Excuse me. Spawning on Foxtrot Labs in today's Go4SC2 second semifinals of the day. Game number 1 is from Team Acer, the red Zerg player BelleNOiR, and his opponent spawning in the top left is going to be from Imaginary Gaming Revolver in the purple colors. Now, as I mentioned before, you can only spawn diagonally on this map. Only diagonal spawns possible, so you can either spawn as these two have, or you can spawn in the top right and bottom left, which is I'd say, if you take a look at the bases, primary, secondary, tertiary base, right, in these spawns, they're all lined up in a line very nicely. You take this as your natural, then you break down the rocks and you take this as your third. That's all pretty normal. These are a little bit weird because you take this as a natural and it's pretty far away from the main ramp. So again, you have to spread creep in order to have the best possible defense against something like a Link Bling all-in. And then problems arise when you want to take your third base, especially because one of those options is a gold base. So here you have a potential third base as your gold, or here you can break down these rocks and take this as your third. That's all well and fine, but your opponent can come from bottom and try to take that one out. It's you know, that's a pretty good position to come towards that base from. And if you take this one as your third, it's attackable from this angle, which, by the way, this angle is really hard to protect by ground. Or or you can harass the middle line from the back with roaches, or you can go from this side. You know, it's tough to hold on to, but it's so so seductive. I mean, who doesn't want more gold, right? Everybody wants more gold. So in terms of openings, one of these guys went for a hatchery first, the other one for a pool first, and we can see that Revolver already has taken his gas, as well as BelleNOiR. BelleNOiR took that gas a little bit faster, because he did get that gas geyser up and running a little bit sooner. No creep doomers so far. And looks like BelleNOiR did go for a hatch into gas into pool by the looks of things, and he's still mining gas with the 3 drones. So this might transition into a heavy Ling pressure, or maybe Ling Baneling. Maybe just Lings. No, there's the Baneling nest. So we'll see. Once this inject of larvas pop, I'm going to keep an eye on the production tab, because if we see Zerglings being produced off of this, then oh my god, will this be an interesting game. And you know, not having creep over here, that could make it a little bit tough to keep this ramp blocked. But no, BelleNOiR is going to go up and build go up his drone count. So no such things are going to be happening, but he does get 6 lings, as well as the ling speed is just about to finish. So that's nice. That'll give him nice scouting opportunities as well. 12 more lings. So yeah, he is going to pressure his opponent quite heavily here. But we have Banelings defensively for Revolver over here. So as long as he has Banelings on time, he should be fine. His ling speed is finishing as well. So how much will BelleNOiR be able to do here, I wonder. He's also getting the lair and getting additional gas over here, so oh, and a third gas, so he may... I wonder what his transitioning plan is going forward in this game. Meanwhile, only a couple of skirmishes in the center of the map. I don't think anything major will happen, not with the Banelings around. More Banelings being morphed in by Revolver. Oh, bad place to morph your Banelings in. Oh, excuse me, those are Revolvers, not BelleNOiRs. God damn it, why do you choose red and purple. It's so confusing sometimes. So Revolver just running around trying to... Oh! He finally manages to bait to bait that group of lings into that baneling by getting the Roach Warren. Do we have an evolution chamber for Bly somewhere? No. His opponent getting not getting very much additional gas geysers. Just the one over here. There's the third one. No Roach Warren, or excuse me, he already has the Roach Warren, so he's going to follow this up with the roaches. And it looks like Revolver wants to be aggressive. Trades banelings for banelings over there, but there's more where those came from, as Bly is morphing more banelings over here, and looks like Revolver just wants to go for the drones, but he's not going to get those. And with more banelings, Bly is going to hold on to those defensively and wait until more lings arrive, I think. And with the roaches already out, the banelings will not be as effective. It looks like Revolver is he reconsidering? Is he pulling back? Yes, he is. He's getting the lair, he's getting the evolution chamber, adding on additional gas geysers. Let's see if Bly reads these correctly. He's moving forward with the roaches, getting his spire, since he did have that lair up sooner than his opponent. Still no evolution chamber, so maybe he really does want to go full ham with mutas on his opponent. And you know, that is a risky strategy if you don't get any upgrades. This may backfire because of the strength of spore crawlers who do that do bonus damage against biological units such as the mutalisks. And because your opponent is going to have a lair and is going to have a hydrogen finish by the time your spire finishes, so if Revolver catches a whiff of this, he's just going to lay down a couple spores and start his hydrogen and or maybe an infestation pit. It really comes down to your preference, what you're more comfortable with. Roach speed on the way as well. Bly gets a good scout here, and already the spore crawlers are going down. So Revolver definitely has identified this correctly as a muta build. And Bly is going to get those 8 mutalisks. Or maybe 9. 9 mutalisks. Not even bothering with the carapace upgrade for the mutas, because he knows that his opponent is not getting mutalisks. And you know, there are multiple ways as to how to go about this. Looks like a Revolver is choosing the route of taking a third base and maxing out on roaches and trying to hit his opponent before he has a critical amount of mutalisks. 36 roaches. If Revolver goes for it right now, he may catch Bly off guard, and he may be able to snipe critical tech structures, maybe even a base, before Bly will be able to react, I feel like. Multiple spine crawlers going down as soon as Bly saw the amount of roaches. And Revolver, now time is a little bit against him, because his plan has been found out, so he has to go, he has to move. But no, he's going to wait for the Hydrodent to finish, and he's going to get Hydras as well. He knows the muta count will be rising, so he does not want to just risk running towards his opponent, trying to attack, and then eventually being chased out by the mutalisks. But I mean, it's going to be almost oh, no cancel. It's going to be almost impossible for him to secure a third base unless he gets creep over there and manages to get a spore crawler down there somewhere. Tunneling claws and burrow being researched as well as the +2, so who knows? Yeah, now that the mutalisks are over here, Revolver pretty much needs those hydralisks. He played it safe. And now he needs those hydras, because by the time those roaches cross the map, half of them are just going to be like half dead. Bly is going to follow this roach pack around, but still he can get that third base if he wants to. Quite enough roaches remaining for that. Oh, that's what the burrow was for, but here is the Overseer. Not gonna work for you this time around. Too many spine crawlers over here, but the base will go down, so this is pretty much a base for a base. Revolver was not quick enough to cancel his third base that was under attack by the mutalisks, and now he snipes the third base of his opponent. And I don't know, I mean, what can Bly do from this position? His opponent is going to have roaches, he's going to have hydralisks, he's going to have +2 friggin' attack on those roaches and those hydras. And Bly, well, while his Mutaflog is decently big, it's 16 Mutalisks, 24 roaches with no upgrades and no evolution. Oh, excuse me, he's now getting the upgrades done. But still, he will be behind in upgrades for such a long time. He's getting centrifugal hooks for the banelings as well. Did he cancel? No, he did get them. So he can try to go in with roaches and banelings and try to use the banelings on potentially on the hydras. But we'll have infestors on the field very shortly here. So Revolver should be able to deal with that as well. Oh, he mistimed. He mistimed, or did he? Did he ever? Wait, what? Did he not get pathogen glands? Wow, that was a huge mistake by Revolver, not queuing up those pathogen glands. He's just getting more and more infestors. Does he realize he doesn't have pathogen glands for them? This may be quite this may be quite troublesome, and he loses the infestation pit. Oh, that's a huge blow, because those infestors would have been useful versus both the banelings and the mutalisks. And look at this, 22 banelings morphing just now, and Bly is just going to move across the map and just smash his opponent with the banelings and the mutalisks and the roaches. Despite not having the upgrades that his opponent has, he just has a better composition. It's going to come down also to how good the fungals will be. I think we have at least... Okay, we have 4 infestors. Do they have energy for fungals? Yeah, they finally do. And Revolver's still not realizing that he did not get the pathogen glands. I think I'm not mistaken. I don't see them there. Nice little run by over here with the roaches. Does get a couple of drones, but not quite enough. Those mutas have to be careful of not getting fungled. But 19 banelings. I would love to see more banelings by Bly, and then just go for it. Hydralisks are here as well, however. Now this fight could go either way. If the fungals land on the banelings, then the hydras stay alive. If the hydras stay alive, then the mutalisks go down. And then it's the roach numbers, and with similar roach numbers, it's going to be the hydra support that gets Revolver the DPS advantage that he wants, and his +2 attack is going to tilt the battle in his favor even more. So Bly, you know, he's not going to be too eager to attack. But those pathogen glands, man, this is still bugging me. Let's take a look. Bly controlling the map with the mutas, not taking a 4th base just yet. He should try to do so at least. Does he have a macro hatch somewhere? No, he does not. Just a lot of spines. And Revolver, I don't know about this. I mean, his... Oh, there's the base, finally. 4th base being taken by Bly. And Revolver, I don't know about his expansion plans, because he hasn't taken a 3rd, so maybe he's banking everything on this one attack, and it looks like he is. But he could find himself out of position, and he would have to turn back. There's so many spines for Bly over all across his bases. There's no way Revolver can try and go for a base raid, not with the mutalisks out on the field still. That's the best base trade unit that you're ever gonna get. He's moving forward. He sees the banelings. Did he see the spines? Yes, he does see the spines. A couple of banelings splash on his army, and he has to go for it. There's no way he can turn back now. The base here is probably going to go down as Revolver tries to smash through the defenses. Where are the transfusions? The queens are nowhere to be seen. Couple of queens down there. Here come the mutalisks. They get fungled, however. And the roaches, will the upgrades be enough? It's 2-2, the upgrades are even right now. The queens are too far away to heal those roaches. The roaches are going down. No transfusions available, and right now I think BelleNOiR has done it. He is successfully dismantling his opponent. No defense here, back home for Revolver. He's going to lose the lair, and everything else, for that matter, the queens are going to try to play Houdini, I never die, sort of, you know, superhero syndrome. But eventually they're going to go down, and GG gets called by Revolver as BelleNOiR takes the first match.